All right, so there's talk of a remake of The Thing, the original John Carpenter Thing. It's been done before. Interesting, right? I think there's like two or three of them out there. There's talk of maybe four more of them. But I guess John Carpenter's back on with a remake, right? Well, if you're going to do a remake, you're going to have Russell. If you're going to do it right, you need Kurt Russell. Because if you remember in that movie, he survives at the end. So you can bring him back as a character, as the original Thing dude, almost like a Snake Plissken, Escape from New York. You know, how many of them were there? So, I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. And if they're going to do a remake, and and Russell's, how is Russell doing? How's he doing? I seen something on YouTube that he was having problems, had going to the hospital. Hopefully, he's okay, and he gets well. Because if you're going to do the thing, you got to have Russell on board. You know, I mean, that would sell it. Because at the end of that movie, he walks away. Uh, and if you remember, there was a good chance that the thing was still alive. So it's interesting to find out. There is, like, I think they said two or three more new remakes that are coming out on the thing. Supposedly, don't quote me. Is it possible? I would say so. But it'll be interesting to see, and will be interesting to see John Constantine too, and that saga continue. Right? That would be cool. That was a cool movie. That was a cool movie. You know? Other than that, I'm sitting around getting ready to put tens on this guitar here, 10 gauge, and watching some YouTube, some crime stuff and movie stuff. But yeah, hey, hey, would I buy the DVD? Sure, I got the original John Carpenter The Thing DVD. I got The Thing too that they did. Well, the remake of The Thing. It was a great movie. A lot of people say, well, special effects weren't that good in it. Well, at that time, uh, what was that movie made in 1970 something, 1980 something? At the time, the special effects were good, and the special effects and everything was pretty good on it. So, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't be on board with that? A remake of the thing. But in my opinion, if they're going to do it, they might as well do it right. And to do it right, you need Kurt Russell. You got to have Kurt Russell in it. I mean, if you're going to do it right. I don't know if you have to base the whole thing around Russell, but being he's alive, that's what made that film and a couple other of the actors that were in it, but they all died. So you really can't bring them back. There was only a couple people that survived it. Kurt Russell was one of them, and there was one more other guy, I believe. But to do it and do it right, who wouldn't be on board with that project, right? That could be a great one. And the original one was a great movie, in my opinion. And the same thing with John Constantine too. That's going to be great. You know that's going to be great. So, yeah, who wouldn't be on board with that, right? But you got to make sure Well, you can't tell them what to do, but my opinion is you got to have Russell. Um, of course, there's going to be other people out there that do their own remake of it, their own take. But if Carpenter is going to do it, if John Carpenter is going to be involved in it, you might as well do it right. Bring back Kurt Russell. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't even know about that movie. You mention it to them, they're like, but we're living in a time of younger generation. So they're busy watching other stuff, Scream and, or whatever that scary movie was. My generation was raised on different movies. The Thing, that was one of them, and numerous other ones, 2001, and all kinds of them. It is windy as crap out. I can hear the wind howling through the window, and the bird feeder is just swinging back and forth. Not having too good luck today. This is the second time I knocked over my cup. We'll let that paper towel soak it up. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. The new remake. Now, what the heck? You have to remember some of the greatest movies were made back in the olden days. A remake would be good. All right, you folks have a great night. Be safe. I'm going to watch some more YouTube, and I'm going to change the strings on this guitar. I got a set of tons, and I think I'm going to change it. I think 11s are on it right now. I do have a couple packs of 9s, but do you think 9s would be too low? Billy Gibbons used 9s, right? so many others use nines. I don't know. What I will do is I'll start with the tens and see how it is. All right, you folks have a great night. Be safe and keep an eye out for all the great new movies that will be coming out this new year of 2023. There's talk of some great movies. Let's see if they hold up to what they're saying. Have a good night.